First and foremost, I'd like to give all acknowledgement, honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakah, Hakodash, who giveth us forth his servant strength and power to move mountains, and who will deliver us, Lord willing, from the hour of temptation. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that have taught us this truth. And shalom unto you, hopeful, sincere, elect members, and 1/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and Seminole Indians that truly believe that Yahweh is, and that he exists, the Most High, and that Yahweh Shai is the deliverer, and will deliver you. Hey, shalom unto you. I'm the brother Abadja from the Los Angeles GMS camp. We're currently teaching in the San Fernando Valley. Its specific location is in Ventura. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying unto you, hopeful elect members. So today at work, there was a patient that came in, and it is my job to attend to a patient. So, try to make him feel comfortable. And I started a small conversation with this patient, and I asked him, is he excited about the election? And he pretty much said he's excited about the gathering of God's people. And I'm like, what? Hold up. What? Where did that come from? He seemed startled when he said it. Like he really didn't mean it. But it seemed like he came across some information. Maybe the Kyrie event might have sparked something, because these Edomites, they look stuff up. Alright? Some of these Edomites out there, they actually read and go into things. They see problems and they actually dive into the information. Alright, maybe he checked out the film, but he seemed startled. I remember one point this dude said, I'm not worried about the election, or something of that sort. But he says he's worried about people changing. And I'm like, what? He's like, I'm worried about people changing their mind. I'm like, what? This is all from one question. Alright? And I'm like, what does he mean by he's worried about people changing their mind? This can't be, he's talking about, sound like he's talking about Jakes. But then, at one instance, he said, this is Revelation. We're in Revelations. But then, at one point I chuckled and I asked him, that's good that God people is gathering, but what happens to those other people? Are they going to be good? He didn't give me an answer, but, yeah, man. I wish I'm able to tell this story when fresh on my mind, when it happened, So I'm just giving you, just a summary. Because I thought about, like, these Edomites see it. They see that Jakes is waking up. So Revelations 11:11, and after 3 days and a half, that 3.5 days, 350 years, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them. And that started when Abba Bivens came on the scene, a.k.a. John the Baptist. All right? And guess what? We now have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And they stood upon their feet. We know who we are. We got our nationality back. We got our heritage. We're coming back to our culture. The true culture, not that black destructive culture. No, the culture of being a Hebrew Israelite. All right, from the 12 tribes. All right. And they stood upon their feet. And great fear fell upon them which saw them. Now, this dude was speaking in code, but I kind of was like, through the spirit, I'm like, damn, this Edomite found out that Jake found out who they are. Because the way he was speaking, he sounds startled. All right. Now, after 3 days and a half, the spirit of Yahweh, spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them. Now, I was doing the math. And this video is inspired by Yahweh Shemel Shai, of course. Not voice memos. Calculator. So, we came to America in 1619. And Abba Bivens came on the scene before 1969. Like, I was watching the Apostle video. He knew about this information before 1969, but the truth exploded in 1969. All right. So let's put 1969 minus when we first came to the shores of America on ships. As slave, as bondmen, like the prophecy, and bondwomen. So 1619, that's 350 years. Now check this out. 1969, when the truth exploded, right? To 2022, right? Oh my God, not plus, slack. 1969. I'm gonna just put it minus 2022. It should be the other way around, but the point is, this truth has been around since 53 years. Since, Abba Bivin made it known through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Of course, it was before that. All right. So after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them. And that started when Abba Bivens came on the scene in 1969. All right. And they stood upon their feet. Now we have our nationality back. We know who we are. We know the name of our power, Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. We know who our enemies are now. We know that we're God's chosen people. And great fear fell upon them which saw them. So the people that are finding out that we know and finding out and they're seeing us speaking on these things, they're in great fear. Because they know they have touched the Lord's apple of his eye. They know they have to pay. They know what they have done to us. These Edomites, they know that they're guilty. All right? Great fear fell upon them which saw them. Like that dude when he said, God's chosen people, pretty much referring to the gathering of God's chosen people. He said it in a cringy sound, like he's excited for it. No, you're not, nigga. You damn devil. You in fear. All right? Esau can't fool nobody. You in fear, because guess what? we know who we are. And we know who you are. And we know that we're not equal to you pieces of shit. The Lord has made us above you damn devils and all you damn heathens. I know, and fear fell upon them that saw them, including you heathens. Alright? Psalms 50 and 21. These things, let's go up. 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. That's Esau. Alright? The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go forth speaking lies. Lying is natural to Esau. You know. And for them to speak evil and have a deceitful tongue is programming them. Thou givest thy mouth to do evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. And that's daily. That's daily on the news, on media. Alright? In Revelation, it calls Esau the accuser of thy brethren. Because Esau, he will put the iniquity to tempt us. And then he'll be like, look, I told you, go to the Lord. Like, these are your people. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. So, for a period of time, the Lord, from 1619, for a period of time, the Lord kept silence because his prophets weren't set up. The Lord didn't send for his prophets. Alright? And they even tell you in 2nd Esdras, I will no longer hold my tongue against, the wickedness. Roughly paraphrasing. So these things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether at such and one as thyself. You thought the Heavenly Father was with you when you was butt breaking the men of the nation of Israel, where you were sodomizing our young girls and young boys. You thought the Lord was with you when you was doing cruelty beyond measure to our people, having our people commit incest and all type of filthiness, forcing us to eat pork. You thought the Lord was okay with all of that? Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such and one as thyself. You thought you'd be thinking the Most High is with you. Man, I did a lesson about it a while back on the dollar. Before they changed the sign, the quote in the back, they had it as something else, and it quotes God has favor. God has favor, something of that sort, because they believe the Lord favored them. All right? Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. So before all the eyes of our enemies, before all the eyes of these nations, these heathens, we're being set in order. And they hate it, because they know once we come back to our power, once we know who we are, it's over for them. They cannot belittle us. They cannot deceive us. All right. The Lord is setting us in order before all these people's eyes, man. The Lord destroyed us as a nation before all of their eyes. Now he's setting us back up in order. Coming back to our nationality, our heritage. Coming back to our power. All right? Our laws. Our laws where we never ate pork. Where we never committed adultery, where we never let our neighbor lay in sin. Like, come on, man. All right, but I will reprove thee. So the reproof is us coming back to our power and our heritage. It's a reproof unto Esau, because he thought the Most High was going to let him keep his people as slaves forever and then perform an enterprise. Are you out of your fucking mind, you damn devil? The Lord is reproving you right now by having his men set back up and teaching our people that they're Hebrew Israelites from the 12 tribes. All right? Now let's get that Wisdom of Solomon 5 real quick. I wanted to keep this lesson very short. Yeah, because I could sense a sense of fear in that dude, man. He was like, we're in Revelations. You know? Talking about, I'm excited for God's people. The gathering of God's people. Like, you know, you're not. Alright, it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness. Yeah, the righteous men of Yahweh Shem Shai. Alright? In great boldness, not just regular boldness. Not no, post a picture and then backpedaling. No, speaking on it. Speaking on all the shit that you devils are doing and currently doing and have done. Alright? Great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, Esau the so-called white man, and have made no account of his labors. We expect you damn devils to never give us credit. This is your kingdom. Alright? We will never get the proper credit for anything, even though Jake is the former of all things. All. Alright? Nothing in this world that haven't been created haven't been originated from Drake. And that's facts, man. You people think you come up with a great idea? Well, guess what? Jake started the idea. And Esau ain't gonna never give us no credit. But it's cool, man. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Not just regular fear, terrible fear. Because guess what? They always felt guilty, but now that they see you're standing up in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, coming back to your heritage, saying you're God's people and calling them the devil, and that they gotta pay for it, it's tormenting them because they know it's true. Alright? And shall be amazed with the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Yeah, they look for us to be the tail forever. Alright? Hey, the Lord's gone, man. He's gone outbox the Lord's gonna out expect. I don't even know how to say it right, man. The Lord's gonna blow people's mind, because they look at us as the lowest, man. The way the Lord's gonna deliver his people the only thing I can say is out of this world. All right, amazed at the strangest of his salvations, because the men of the Lord, the true believers of Yahweh Shem Shai, are going to get beamed up. All right, so far beyond all that they look for. But the point is, them seeing us standing up and coming back to our heritage and our power and just condemning this place, it has them in terrible fear. It said they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Troubled with terrible fear. That means it's going to constantly bother them. All right? And I sense that from that guy. Like, he's in terrible fear. Like he said, I'm worried about their mind changing. Like, what the fuck? That has nothing to do with election. That's not what I asked you. Where is this coming from? It's because these Edomites, they actually read into information. Kyrie posted that. Oh, what is this film? Let me watch it. Oh shit. They're the Israelites? They're saying the white man's the devil? Oh shit. It's true. In their spirit. They know it's true. They repented and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. So the real Israelites, the real Hebrews of the Bible, Hebrew Israelites, Jews of the Bible, they have had us in derision and a proverb of reproach. And they're going to see when the elect beamed up. And their spirits is going to cut them. It's going to condemn them. All right? They repented and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. And that's what's going to make it so special, man. Because it's like the underdogs won. The people that you would never think, the lowest, the most beaten, the most downgraded, the most mistreated people, and they helped further that oppression. They participated in it. And now they're seeing those same people get beamed up in heavenly chariots, like, and they're not getting beeped up. Hey man, Lord willing, this is edifying to the point. But yeah, man, I didn't quite get to ask this man fully what he meant, but when he said the book of Revelation, it's just like, oh man, this dude is just in fear, because what else could he be talking about? What could have him so startled than him finding out that the Negro, Hispanic, and Native American are coming back to their heritage and their power? Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Hey, shalom.